Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my face. My half-done face. I've already done my base. This is not going to be a full face tutorial. I just wanted to do an eye look for y'all today. And we're going to be using the Lorac Mega Pro 4 palette. I'm low-key obsessed with this palette. But it's a really cool toned, smoky shimmer moment. And I really like it. So, let's get started. So I'm going to be priming my eyes using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. And I like to use Eden because it's similar to a concealer. It kind of gives you a nice light base if you're going to be using any kind of colors. And most of the tones that we're going to be using today are cool tones. So I'm wanting to hide any kind of redness or warmth that's going to be in this area right here. I don't have anything on my eyelids right now but some creasing foundation. So that's cool. Okay, now I'm going to be setting that primer using my It Cosmetics Fluffy Blending Brush. Hello. And I'm picking up my Coty Airspun powder, tapping off a little bit of excess, and I'm just going to dust it all over. Y'all know the drill. And I'm so sorry that the white balance keeps doing that. I guess I'll just have to blind y'all for a second. Okay, now that my primer is set it and forget it. We're gonna start with the eyes. And this is the inside of the palette. It's basically 2 rows of mattes and 2 rows of shimmers. I love this thing so much. I'm gonna start by taking the shade Sugar Cookie and Oat. And I'm going to mix those two together, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. I'm also going to be switching brushes. I'm using this Morphe blending brush. I wish I could tell you what number it was, but it doesn't have, it just says Morphe on it. It doesn't have a brush number. Okay, there's our transition shade in place. Y'all thought I was playing when I said cool tones, didn't you? Now I'm going to be switching brushes, and this is a natural hair brush. Sort of the same kind of shape as the other brush, it's just natural hair. And I'm going to pick up the shade Blackberry, which is this one right here. And that's going to go under my transition shade, not quite as high. And I'm only using a very, very, very small amount at a time and building it up as I go. So, you can see how that just kind of deepened everything up and made it a little more smoky and sultry, honey. So now, I'm going to be taking this tiny, tiny little pencil brush. This is also a natural hair brush from Morphe. And I'm going to be using dark chocolate, that one right there. And that's going to go in the crease. And the reason I'm using a tiny brush is because I really want it concentrated in the crease. And then I want it to slowly fade out into that transition area that we've created. Okay, now I'm using that same brush that I put on Blackberry with. I'm going to run it back over that and blend out that crease. Now I'm taking a flat synthetic brush, and I like to use these because it packs on color well. And I'm using that shade right there called Fairy Tale. I'm going to load that onto my brush, and then I'm going to use my rose water to spray it a couple times. Not bringing it all the way out on the lid because we are going to put some color there as well, but I'm just pretty much bringing it 2/3 of the way. Now I'm using a fluffier synthetic pencil brush and the shade Shadow, which is this. It's like a very, very dark gray. It's not quite black. I'm going to use that to deepen up my outer corner, and as I'm putting it on, I'm going to like press it in sort of a wing shape, but go very light-handed with this. Take your time. Build up the pigment. I'm taking that natural brush again, and I'm just going to blend around that to soften it. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to start out by using Sugar Cookie again on that fluffier pencil brush. Tap off my excess, and I'm just going to run it along all the way in. Now I'm grabbing Blackberry on this brush again. That's the shade right here. And that's going to go above the Sugar Cookie shade. This isn't going to go quite all the way in. Then I'm using this flat brush from Morphe. I'm not sure what to call this. And I'm taking Shadow, the top corner, and pressing that as close to the lash line as possible. Then taking that first fluffy pencil brush and just running over everything. Okay, now that is blended out, I'm going to pick up my Coty Airspun again, and I'm going to put it on this brush right here. It's just a flat, like, I don't know, contour brush. And I learned this technique from Jaclyn Hill, and I love this. I'm just loading up my brush with powder, and then stamping this along right here to kind of clean that area up. And I'm going to let that sit for a minute, and while that's sitting, I'm going to add some liner and lashes off camera. Okay, so we went pretty dramatic and thick with the liner today, just because I was feeling my vampy fantasy. And before I add lashes, I'm going to coat my natural lashes with the new Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit. I love this stuff. I'm just going to do a light coat, just enough to coat my lashes, so that they will blend into my falsies. Okay, so we popped on some falsies. These are some cute little Ardell flared lashes. I'm not exactly sure what number they are, but anyway, they cute. Now I'm gonna add my Lorac black eye pencil to my waterline. And that's the eyes done. Okay, so now I'm going to finish the rest of the face. All I need to do is just add some highlighter and some lipstick. So for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Diamond Highlighter. Y'all, I love this highlighter so much.
It's so freaking pretty.
And before I put my highlighter on, I'm going to spray it with some rose water. And while it's still damp, then I'm going to add my highlighter. It just helps it to look more intense, and I like it. I'm taking my Morphe fan brush. I love this thing. And just picking up the product, swirling it around a little. And just right there. Oh, honey. Oh, wow. Look at that. I'm obsessed. Also running it over the bridge of my nose and the tip. While I'm at it, I'm also going to add some of that highlight above my brow. Y'all, this zit right here is the bane of my existence right now. Oh my god. I'm gonna add that to my temples. Not as much as on the cheeks, but just enough to like, oh, honey, look at that glow, darling. I'm going to take that same little fluffy blend or pencil brush and pick up some of that highlighter on the brush and do my little brow highlight. Oh, girl, she is glistening today. And the undertones of this highlight go so well with the eyeshadow. I love it so much. Now I'm just going to quickly clean my lips off because I don't like, with this particular foundation, it doesn't work well on my lips. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that. And I'll be right back. Whoa, okay, the lips are cleaned off. And for my lip color today, I'm going to be using Anastasia lip gloss in the shade Saint Tropez. And that's just going to go all over the lips. This is such a pretty color. So there is the lip done. Oh god, that is so pretty. And this legit smells like straight up strawberry ice cream. So I'm on board with it. I'm 100% here for it. She's done. She's finished. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. So this is the final look. Yes, ma'am. I am outside now, and this highlight is popping and bopping all over the place. Wow. Like, look at that. That is glistening realness. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. She's gonna do more soon. Let me know what you wanna. Let me know what you want to see next. Give this video a like. Subscribe to me, hunty. And I will see you next time.